Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave. I have realized Ganpati Bappa Maurya. I can understand his position. When he is kept there, he can't move this way, that way. I think I should become like him, then it will match. See, friends, Vedanta, what is the ultimate truth? There are two approaches. One approach is according to Vedanta, what you have heard. There is another approach. That approach is called as Chidvilas or Ishwaradvayananda Vada. And these two of them, they as if are contrary to each other. So Vedantis always talk low about Chidvilas. And the Chidvilas people always talk low about Vedanta. So, after having studied the Vedanta, then somebody from this Chidvilas, he happened to introduce me to that. What Vedanta tells, Rute Jnananda Mukti. Without knowledge, there is no liberation possible. And then I was studying one text. If you really want to really go deep in yourself, study that commentary on Amrita Anubhav, Chinmayi. In the first introduction, we have mentioned it exhaustively. What is said by the Vedanta and what is said by the Chidvilas, they are one and the same. But they are not ready to change their standpoint. See? To make it simple, there is a glass half filled with milk. And two persons were arguing. So one person said, the glass is half filled with milk. Other said, no, the glass is half empty. And they were trying to prove their point. And I, being useless, I was going that way. So they asked me, what is your opinion? I said, about what? About this, whether the glass is empty, half or half full. I said, let me see which is the glass. I took the milk, broke the glass and went away. Both of them talk the same thing. Where is your attention? See? If your attention is on emptiness, you will say it is empty. If your attention is on the filled part, it is filled. So where is the problem? Problem is not outside. Problem is in understanding what has to be understood. See? So according to Vedanta, it is said, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahmaiva Paraha. See, Brahma is reality, world is illusion, and you are Brahman. Therefore, you are illusion. See? Shabdajalam Maharanyam Chitta Brahmana Karanam. Words create a lot of confusion in our mind. Therefore, Upanishad says, Taittiriya Upanishad, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyomanna Soshnute Sarvan Kaman Sa. Realization means you are free from the virus of desire for good. Sarvan Kaman Saha Ashnute. All desires stand fulfilled simultaneously at the same moment. Therefore, there is no lingering desire thereafter. That is the meaning of realization according to Vedanta. Now, apply these two principles. See? One, when it is said, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, everything is Paramatma, and when it is said, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, the whole world is an illusion. Now, what do we understand out of this? Only words, or what is the impact of the knowledge? Knowledge is, if you put your fingers in a live socket, you will get shock. And you got a degree in electrical engineering. And then you come and say, I know actually, that a live socket will give you a shock. But I don't know, Swamiji, what happens. Whenever I see the socket, I feel like putting my fingers. What should be done? Oh, it is because of fingers. Yes, chop them off. See? In the same manner, we hear, we study, but what is the import of the statement? What we call technically in Vedanta as Tatparya Nirnay. You go in Bhagavad Mahapuran, in the beginning of the 11th canto, this particular topic comes. There, Bhagavatkar say, this is called as Paroksha Jnanam, Paroksharthavad, meaning what is said and what is meant. If it is not properly understood, we will be lost. See? Because when the truth is beyond the scope of the speech, words, language, it has to be conveyed by various techniques. See, one common example you all must have heard. When it is said that a fox invited a crow to his house. So the crow went, and fox is a fox. So he put the soup on a plate, flat, on the plantain. So should we start? Brahmarpanam Brahmahi Brahmagno Varna. Good. Start. The fox could do. And this Kokananda Maharaj, how to drink it? By then, the fox finished everything. And then the fox laughed. Over, thank you, Brahmarpanam Brahmavi Khadam. Okay, thank you so much for such a lovely, lovely treat. Tomorrow come to my place. The fox goes. Now what the crow does? Same dish, But now the serving instrument was a test tube. Test tube. Should we start? Brahmarpanam Brahma. And he put his beak in the finish. And this fox is how to drink it. Story is over. On this one, elderly gentleman asked this question. See? Underline elderly. See? So, the question was, how the fox and crow talk to each other in which language? So, when this question was asked, I prayed to the Lord, "Oh Lord, lift me up. I cannot live in this world." Now, what is the moral of the story? Moral of the story is, Shataha Shattena Tadyate. You cannot deal crooks with the wise way. That is the moral of the story. In the same manner, where it is said that the world is an illusion, one way, other way it is said everything is Paramatma. What does it mean? What is the moral of the story? Now, first, when we take this world as an illusion, what does it mean? We do not desire illusions. We do not want to modify illusions. We cannot destroy illusions. We can do nothing about illusions because they appear but do not exist. So simple. And therefore, we do not desire. I wish I could take a piece of the rainbow and make a nice necklace for my headless wife. It doesn't happen. Why? Because we have accepted that, see, all the husbands are happy. Vedanta is happiness, not miserable. And if the wives become miserable, they deserve. Why? One person in our Coimbatore, it happened. He was driving, elderly man. I was sitting next to him. It was very hot. We were coming from a long distance. So below one tree, there was some kind of a small shop. So he told his wife, "Go and get some water for Swami. It is so hot." She got a simple water. He became angry. "You fool, Beakoof, don't you understand it is hot? You should get cold water. You are so dumb." The poor lady went back and collected a cold water bottle and while giving, she says, "Swami, have you seen? He abuses me, he insults me before everybody, even the servants and children, grandchildren. Now he did the same thing in front of you also." I said, "I agree with him." "You also say?" I say, "Yes." "Why? Had you been wise, you will never marry a fool like him." Okay. All difficulties gone. See, friends, life is like a cup of tea, my friends. It depends how you make it. Nobody is responsible for our miseries. So when it is said Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, what we have understood? That which is Mithya means appearance. There are three things. Something is. Something is not. Third, it is not but it appears. Now take all the three, one by one. Na sato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sataha. That which is, what can you do? That which is not, it is not, what can you do? That which doesn't exist but appears, what can you do? So, मूंगफली खाओ. Relax. खाली पीली सीरियस होना, it's not spiritual life. See, Maharaj, What is the purport of the statement? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya means as something is recognized as an illusion, we do not desire that. Soshnute Sarvan Kaman Saha. Freedom from desires is meant by the statement Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. This principle Bhagavan Krishna brings in the 15th chapter. First, he described the world very exhaustively. Urdhvamulamadasyakam ashvattam prahurvayam chandamsi yasya parnani yastam veda savedavit adashtordvam prasruta tasya shaka guna pravruddha vishaya pravala adasya mulanyanusantatani karmanubandhini manushaloke. Exhaustive description of the world. 14 worlds. Upper Bhur Bhuva Swaha Mahajana Tapa Satyam and lower Atala Vitala Sutala, etc. Such exhaustive description. After that, in the third mantra, Bhagavan takes a pin and punches. Naru Pamasseha Tathopalabhyate Nanto Nachadir Nirasam Pradishta. Don't try to see a tree with the Shirshasan. Urdhva Mula Madashaka. You will not see anywhere. Then what is to be done? Asanga Shastrena Drudena Chitva. Now see what is the instrument used? Asangata. Now be attentive. Attachment is an illusion. We are not attached to anything. Discover this. Discover means what? Scientific discovery is already existing, but it was covered under some wrong notions or ignorance. Now apply this. Attachment is the biggest illusion. See? But when we take attachment as real, then our scriptures have to help us. So what they say, see, if you want to realize, give up smoking. And then chant the Lord's name. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. But Shivji was smoking. कहाँ राजा भोज, कहाँ गंगवा तेली यार. See friends, therefore, attachment is an illusion. If you take this takeaway in this satsang, you have learnt a lot. Only learn from your own experiences. If we are attached to our body, we will never go to sleep. What is sleep? Getting out of the body identification. See? Therefore, when it is said, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, the impact of that is we will be free from any kind of desire. And then slowly you start working on this principle. Whenever we are identified with the body, then only the desires come. Upanishad says, in the deep sleep, when we are not identified with the body, tatra mata amata bhavati, pita apita bhavati. We are nobody, therefore no desires. And the most important thing, learning. What is that because of which we are snoring in the deep sleep? Because it is an experience of bliss. Wherever there is happiness, is it done like a condolence meeting? Mr. Dagdu and Itti is getting married, let us condole. No. Wherever there is a marriage, there is celebration. That is the only day of happiness. How much noise? Happiness cannot be silent. Happiness is always noisy. And that is the reason why we snore when we are in deep sleep. Those who do not snore, they are miserable. See? One patient who was miserable because of his own snoring went to the doctor. Doctor Saab, please give me some medicine. Okay, take what you want, take. As is the patient, so is the doctor. क्या चाहिए? Injection लगा दो ही. You go to Haryana, you get like this thing. You know, when my this finger was hurt and I had to get X-ray or something done. So when I went there, my friend doctor, he said, "How you will go to my friend? He has got he is orthopedic and he has got all things." We went there, and I was searching where is the clinic. Next to that, one chai ka tapri and pan and cows and people coming and going. In there was a go down also, and he was sitting there. And I said, "Who is the doctor?" He said, "I am doctor." "You are a doctor?" "Yes." I thought he was one of the labor carrying the things here and there. No, no, just now see, I operated for his knees, he has gone. No, I'll see what is wrong with you. I said, everything is wrong with me. See, friends, when you are clear about this, that attachment is an illusion, you have taken a bold step on your spiritual path. See, friend, therefore Bhagavan Krishna said, "Na rupamasseha tathopalabhyate, nanto na chadi nirasam pradishta." This world as you think it is not. It is neither joy nor miseries. It is neither real nor not real. See. So, what can we do with the illusions? The only way to get out of the impact of the illusions is recognition of the illusion as an illusion is the only way to get out of illusion. Now tell me, when we have seen the mirage waters and we know it is illusion and we go ahead, are we proud? Do you know? Mirage water came in bit, but I didn't bother. I was not afraid. Will we say like that? Because once you recognize something as an illusion, you go beyond desires and freedom from desires. Both. And what is I is only the one who is carrying the burden of desires. When desires are fulfilled, ha ha. When desires are not fulfilled, hoo hoo. Therefore, wise men are neither happy nor miserable. Neither they love anybody nor they hate anybody. This is the meaning of Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Oh, we never knew. No, you know now. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Then, the second principle according to Chidvilas is Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Everything is Paramatma. In that everything, we are not excluded. We are included. See? Now, like eyes can see every color and form, but they cannot see themselves. See? We can know by our mind everything. Mind cannot know itself. Manasam tu kim margade krute. When you employ this principle, see, the three parts of this text is we have taken ourselves to be somebody as real. First, that illusion has to be removed. So, you are told Karma Yoga. And we get so lost in that. But then you can't stop. So, continue. Then we get disturbed because of the mind. Then we are told Upasana Yoga. So, then when we do Karma Yoga, then Konyosti Sadrusho Maya. I have done this thing. I do so much of social service. I have given this. I. Then we get into the Upasana. Swamiji, how many hours meditation you do? Maybe 24 hours a day. Oh, so much. Why? I can't do even for 10 minutes. That's your problem. What can I do? See? I. Then the third. The first was meant for cleaning the mind. Karmani chitta shuddhyartham. And what is the impurity, ashuddhi in the mind is desire. Fulfill your desires. Let there be no regrets of omissions and arrogance of commission in life. Ishwararpitam nechaya kritam. Then we come to upasana. Upasana is for what? Going to the temple and coming back? No. Upasana is to train our mind to be available to us whenever we want, for whatever job we want, for whatever length of time we want, the mind is fully available. That is chitta ekagrata. 24/7. This is the purpose of the upasana. Then the third option or problem comes, I know everything, Swamiji, but I am not able to control. What should I do? Do yoga. Now what is the yoga? Yoga is keep on watching your breathing. How long? Till you breathe. So breathing you cannot stop. Now learn. See? So instead of simply watching, breathing is Kriya Shakti. See? And chanting the or thinking of God is the Jnana Shakti. So synchronize him or his name or his thought with the breathing. See? When this is done slowly and steadily, the mind will be dissolving. And such a mind which is pure, single pointed, and undisturbed, in such a mind, this question will come. See? What are the symptoms of pure mind, single pointed mind, and happy mind? What are the symptoms? The symptoms are this mind, we are troubled so much. What is this mind here? So inquire what the mind is. And then one day you will come to know knowledge contaminated by desire is called as mind. Mind minus desire is pure consciousness. Therefore, whether you take Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya or you take Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, it's the same reality. See? So, we are studying Panchadashi, wherein these three words which are used to indicate the reality. Satchidananda, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Three of them. What is the Sat, what is Chit, what is Ananda? If you study Jnaneshwar Maharaja's Amritanubhav, all what you are listening, it will be destroyed. He says, the biggest lie and the bluff is to tell that the divine is Satchidananda. So all those they will be shaken. Sat is a negative language. Sat is to deny the absence. Chit is to deny the inertness. Ananda is to deny the miseries. See, friends. So, this Satchidananda, three words, they are discussed exhaustively in this text, Panchadashi. Therefore, it is called as Panchadashi. We know Ekadashi, Savudana Khichadi, what should we eat? Ekadashi begins on the Navami, not Dashmi. क्या बनाना है, कैसे बनाना है? I accept Ekadashi fast if I had to take food in Marwadi and Gujarati houses. These two communities know only how to eat. See? Such a lovely food you get. So, you don't follow Ekadashi? I said, no, why? I follow Panchadashi. Ekadashi is 11, Panchadashi is 15. What is this 15 Panchadashi? So, first 5 chapters talk about Sat. The second 5 chapters talk about Chit. The last 5 chapters talk about Ananda. So, when you study this whole text exhaustively, then there is nothing more remains to be studied in life. If somebody says, I am a Vedanti, I have studied Vedanta Upanishad, and if he has not studied Panchadashi, it is something like somebody claims to be a Christian, but he doesn't know what is the Bible. So important it is. This takes care of all possible doubts a human mind can entertain, and is attributed to a great saint. He was not just like that. He was avatar of Bhagwan Dattatreya. And he was not a sannyasi because he has failed in his life. Many people have got this notion. Like many people ask, here only it happened in what you call this, Rishikesh. Many years before, we were with a group, staying somewhere else. So one lady says, Swamiji, I don't know how to thank you. Because of you, my whole life has changed. I said, so sorry. No, it changed for good. Very good. Then she said, I want to know about you. I said, I don't talk about my past. No, but I want to know. You may want. No, I will not leave you. The elderly lady holding on my feet. What can you do? I said, okay, not down, sit down. When I was in jail on the charges of murder, Swamiji, what are you telling? I said, how can you say this is a lie? I am telling you the truth. And then somehow I ran away out of the jail, and then I was having a problem. Now how do I hide myself? Then I found 2 options. Either become a politician or become a Babaji. I preferred this. See, friends, don't go into all these unnecessary things. See? So, what is the Sat? This is to be exhaustively understood. Sat is being without becoming. This is Sat. Then Chit. वो चितपट नहीं है, चित में हारा पट तुम जीता, नहीं वो नहीं. It is not the cheat fund. Chit is knowledge without a knower. Being without becoming, knowledge without knower. And Ananda, joy without becoming an enjoyer. These 3 things. Even if you try one, other two will come automatically. Like this tripod, the three legs are connected with each other. When I pull one leg, other two will come. They are not three, they are only one. See? So, in the first 5 chapters, this is the conclusion. Being without becoming. Second chapter, knowledge without becoming a knower. Then third thing, being happy for no reason. We are happy for no reason in deep sleep. But there is a reason. What? We have to be in deep sleep. Therefore, like the mantra I told you from Gita, Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagrati Sanyami. Where all the ignorant people are sleeping, to that experience the wise man is awakened. See? Slowly and steadily, we start remaining cool, quiet. If these two things are clear, then the third thing will happen. And what is the third thing? Again, go back to Bhagavad Gita. One verse from Bhagavad Gita everybody knows. 1 quarter. Pauva. Dekho, they say, Gita told, when they introduce us sometime on the wild platform. Do you know what is the wild platform? How ignorant you are. Wild platform is Lions Club meeting. All the lions are there. So one lion got up and started introducing me there. Swamiji told me, Karmande Madhikaraste. I didn't know that wild man any time. They thoko. And after, then what are the other 3 parts? Oh, theek hai. Doesn't know. See? So that verse is normally mistaken and wrongly interpreted. That you have got right only to do the work and job, and you don't worry about the result. Why worry? They do worry about the result. See? Then what is that? Only learn by proper understanding and inquiry. Whatever we do in our life, what for we do? Do we do anything to become miserable? For example, you got married. Now tell me, who of you got married to become miserable? Nobody. Next sentence you understood. See, all the heads are nodding yes, yes. At least somebody recognizes our reality. So, Karmanya Madhikaraste means don't do anything to get happiness. Let every expression of your life be happiness. That is the meaning of that mantra. See? The whole life will change. Now, how do we express life? 3 channels. If you are a Gujarati, gross body. If you are from north, subtle body. If you are from south, casual body. There are 3 bodies. See, friends. So, we have to recognize through the gross body, actions come. Through the speech, the words come. And through the mind, thoughts come. So let every action be an expression of happiness. You have learned Upanishad, Veda, everything. See? Whatever we talk, let every word be an expression of joy. See? That doesn't mean somebody died, you go there. Mar gaya, tu bhi mar. That is not the meaning. Don't overdo spirituality. See? And the third, don't do anything to gain happiness, but think happily. When you think happily, you can never be destructive. See, all the terrorists, do you think they are happy? They are frustrated inside. Can somebody ever say, go to his girlfriend and say, honey, darling, today I am so happy, I just want to cut you to small pieces? No, happiness is not destructive. Therefore, in the second 5 chapters, from the 6th up to how much? 10. 6 to 10, 5 chapters, that Panchadashi talks about Chit. And in the last 5 chapters, talks about Ananda Mimamsa. What is exactly meaning of Ananda? Is Ananda hai? Ananda is our Maha Mantra. Living at zero complaint level. We are so expert in complaining, even we complain to God. काहे को दुनिया बनाई तुमको परेशान करने के लिए. No other purpose. Therefore, the second part is the one which is our text. Now, in this 6th chapter spoke about what they call as Chitradeep Prakaran. Chitradeep means what? This is a painting. It's not a photograph. Or any painting you take. How a painting is made on the cloth. First, cloth has to be tightened and steady. Without that, you cannot make a painting. If the cloth is hanging and you try to paint it, it will not happen. Like the curtains. You can't paint anything on the curtain, except the modern art. Modern art is not a art, it is a modern art. So what they do, first of all, it is straightened and made steady by spraying the starch. So cloth plus starch is a platform. Then the third thing. Then whatever you have to draw, an ultimate picture, first of all you do the sketches. Human beings, animal, river, mountain, trees, all this. Still the picture is not done. And the fourth thing. According to the figures, the coloring is made. If the figure is that of an elephant, we don't put on a sari around elephant. See? I don't mean anything, okay? समझदार को इशारा काफी है. If it is a child, we don't put on some kind of branches on him. So depending upon the sketches, colors are fixed. Now once the whole picture is painted perfectly, ready, then we will never think about the cloth on which the painting is made. So what is happening? When you roll the painting and all the color painting is hidden inside the roll, and what we see from outside is the cloth. And again, when we unroll that painting, again the cloth is hidden. In the same manner, on the substratum of the Kutastha Chaitanya, the whole world is painted. And then, when we go to sleep, we start rolling that painting. Tatra mata amata bhavati. We are nobody, We are nowhere, we are never. Desha Kala Vastu disappears. But we continue to be without becoming. See, friends. So, come back to the substratum which is supporting the whole world. That was the chapter Chitradeep. So, you look at the world, but focus attention on the substratum. Then you will come to know. Mai eva sakalam jatam, mai sarvam pradishtitam, mai sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvayam asmyam. Everything is because of I. If I is not there, then my wife, my children, my house, my property, my religion, my business, nothing is there. But who is this I? That we never inquire. Because we are so convinced that I am a husband, wife, brother, mother, father, we do not have any doubt about it. See, friends, many times one person asked me, Swamiji, sometimes you take, we get confused. I said, you have understood correctly. That is my foundation. Either I will confuse you or convince you. If you are convinced, you are happy. If you are confused, you will be busy and I will be happy. You find out who you are. Nobody can tell you. See? Therefore, this Chitra, this what is that? No, not Kutastadeep. The sixth chapter, Chitradeep. Chitradeep, you have to roll, unroll, roll, unroll. This is what we do. When we go to sleep, we rolled it up. When we wake up, we are unrolled. It is going on and on. And we have never learned anything about it. There is one topic in Vedanta, it is called the Avasthatraya Viveka. Normally, we take only the waking experience as our life. See? If you analyze the data partially and try to conclude, that conclusion cannot be valid. Data has to be complete. So what is the data of our life? Waking, dream and deep sleep. But what we do, autobiography of a Dumbo. I was born there, I started going vertically, but feeling came. I didn't give up. I started going horizontally. I did this, I died. I. See? Didn't you go through dreams and deep sleep? Of course. Why didn't you write about it? No answer. Friends, either write the biography of a dreamer or don't write the biography of a waker. See, friends, all the time talking about, I was born there. Who knows who was born where? But we take it for granted. See, friends. Therefore, on a spiritual path, there is neither achievement nor failure. Why there is no achievement? Because you don't get anything. Why no failure? Because you don't lose anything. Recognition of the illusion as an illusion, is it an achievement or a failure? It's a time pass. देखो time pass हो जाता है. देखो. Then came the Truptideep Prakaran, the seventh one. Will be taken the eighth one. In the Truptideep Prakaran is also very beautiful. 7 stages of our life are shown. First is avidya, avarana, then vikshepa, then paroksha jnana, aparoksha jnana, then dukkha nivrutti and nirankusha trupti. Mil gaye. I was thinking it will come or not. 7 of them here, how to keep them in mind. So, these are the 7 stages through which we go. First is avidya. Avidya does not mean absence of knowledge. This is many of us make a mistake. Knowledge can never be absent. Then what is avidya or ignorance or ajnanam? Apurna jnanam, incomplete knowledge. I am body is never a problem. Problem begins. This body I am, that body I am not. Then the body building begins. Either prove how you are a body or disprove how the other body you are not. See? Is it that Babaji's bodies are made out of 8-10 महाभूतों से बनती है and criminals 2-2.5? No, the same 5 elements, no change of any kind. See, friends, that avidya, ignorance, and because of their ignorance, our divine nature is covered. See, and because of that, vikshepa, we get agitated. See, why do you touch me? Keep away. You must have experiences. These days I do not know. Earlier, when we used to go by train in 3-tier, that time these AC compartments were not yet started. So, in that, when we are sitting, the train is moving and the fighting begins. तुम्हारे बाप की गाड़ी है क्या? Such a joy, I tell you. Indian railways are the source of all happiness. नहीं, मेरे बाप के नहीं. How happy it is. Then jagada continues. Then the train starts. Train is Sthita Pragya. What is it like? The train continues. Tuck, 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 tuck. Garmi, everything is there. Fan working, fan not working. Then all the containers are opened and they are emptied and filled in the stomach. And then slowly, slowly, the sleep starts coming. Lullaby, heat, tuck, 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 tuck. And then they sleep. Then my feet are in somebody's lap, no problem. Somebody's hand is in my pocket, no problem. See? Because now body identification is zeroed. Now is it that I zeroed body identification only with my body, with everybody? See? So whatever we are, that our reality, divinity is covered, avarana. See? So avidya, then avarana, and then vikshepa. Vikshepa comes when there is a sense of otherness. See? This is all of I have got this experience. Sometime when we are taking food or whatever reason, our tongue is bitten by our teeth. So tongue and teeth are different from each other. Will the tongue say, somebody has to go to dentist now. Enough is enough. No. Because what is our experience? The one who is biting and the one who is bitten, they may be appearing two, but they are not two. This experience of ours with our body, when it is extended in the totality, that is called as God realization. See? So, avarana, the avidya, avarana, vikshepa. Now to get out of these agitations and frustration of this samsara, then what Bhagavan does, he sends problems in our life. Unless there are problems, we don't start thinking. When everything is going very goody, who start thinking? See? And then one day something most unexpected happened. There was one South Indian man in San Jose, California, many years before. He came to receive me on the airport and constantly talking. So, Swamiji, I didn't ask him, but he was telling about himself. Swamiji, I am so and so, and I got two sons. One is 7 years, other is 5 years, and I got a wife, very beautiful wife. My kids are very nice, and I got sufficient money. I am in IT, and even 10 generations can survive with my earning, and I have no problem. We are health-wise, everything fine. Tell me, is Swarga heaven? Heaven, is this the heaven? यही स्वर्ग है क्या? I said, now let us go. I have to go to toilet. We'll think about Swarga afterwards. I wanted to avoid that question. Then, okay, Swami, I said, come in the evening. Then. He came in the evening. And then Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. I asked him, hey, Swargavasi, क्या हो गया? You are talking about Swarga, Swarga. Swamiji, what to tell you? I said, don't tell me. I'm not. You know what happened? My wife, she told me clearly, I am not coming home hereafter. You can keep both the kids. I don't need them. I have sorted out all legal things through a lawyer. Wish you all the best. Now, Swamiji, what will I do with the two kids? I said, I will not come for babysitting. See? Friends, fulfillment of desires, if you take this as happiness, you can never be walking the spiritual path. And now when this happens, then we turn to Dayananda Ashram, Rishikesh for satsanga. When everything is going goody, like Swamiji, I want to comment, but I'm so busy. Dekho Maharaj, we become philosophers. See, friends, and the sensitivity determines what is necessary for changing the direction of our life from the dogward to the Godward. See? There are some like Tulsidaji Maharaj. With one word, out of an ordinary man, he became a great master. And what was his story? When he went to meet his wife in a very wrong way, it was heavily raining and all that, and he could not stay without her. And therefore he went there, and she said, I am ashamed of you. You are so mad after my this dirty body filled with filth, dirt, muscles, bones, and you are mad so much for this body. If you are that much mad for Narayana, you can have him. Now, how many wives must have said this thing to how many husbands? And how many became Tulsidas? And how many became Devadas? Dekho Maharaj. That's what sensitivity. One word is enough to change the direction of our life. And then we either start going to some Babaji, or we start giving some charity because we have got money, what to do, we do not know. And then slowly, then we come across Avadhuta Gita tells, Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana mahadbhaya paritranal vipranam upajayate. It is by the divine grace that we are attracted towards the Vedanta then, study of Vedanta. How do we know God's grace is showering on us? Now, any one of us who has come to see Rishikesh and Gangaji is different. And the one who has come to study and discover one's essential nature is different. So, then we come to Vedanta and then we start listening. Now what you are listening is called a Paroksha Jnana. No experience, लेकिन सुनने में मजा आ रहा, Paroksha Jnana. And then we start working on that, converting the acquired knowledge into experience. Aparoksha jnanam. See? And if this aparoksha jnanam is happening or happened, what are the symptoms? Two. Symptom number one, the dukkha nivritti. You will make the miseries miserable. Don't cooperate with the miseries in life. Insult them. Challenge them. You know? When we were entering this world, there was an immigration form given to us. Like when you go to Australia and New Zealand, there they give you some form and they ask you a dozen questions. And they give you options also. Yes and no. Are you carrying deadly weapons on your person? Yes, no. Are you a criminal? Yes and no. Do you have more than 10 wives? Yes or no. You are given options. Now you choose exactly the same way. When we were entering this world, Brahmaji gave Anityam Asukham Lokam Imam Prapya. You are entering an abode of miseries and frustration. Question: do you want to become miserable? Options: yes and no. Those who said yes, tathastu, and you are supplied with infinite number of miseries. If you choose no, even God cannot make you miserable. Friends, Adhyatma Vedanta is not taking medicine and remaining good for 10 minutes and then again. No. Make the miseries miserable. See? Anityam Asukham Lokam Imam Prapya Bhajasvama. Why do bhajan? Because he is Ananda Swarupa. Forgetting God is misery. Remembering God is happiness. See? And when we forget Him, He doesn't like it. मुझे भूलता है, ठीक है. Then He will give you चाबी. And when we आ जाओ, पहले क्यों नहीं आए? देखो महाराज. So, slowly, dukkha nivritti. Then we start recognizing every misery in our life is a rocket shot to change the direction of our life from the dogward to the Godward. Every difficulty. So, dukkha nivritti. Then, but dukkha nivritti also can happen by taking drinks and drugs and going to sleep. That will be removing of the misery, but it won't give you fulfillment in life. See? Then what is the ultimate? Nirankusha trupti. Nirankusha, nothing in this world will have any freedom to disturb us. Like the space, like the earth, like the water, like the fire, like the air. Space is not disturbed because of the four elements. Water is not disturbed whether you put salt or sugar. It's not disturbed. See? One day, when school I was there, so they said, Swamiji, our children are very well read. You can ask them any question about the nature and all that, we take them. I said, okay. I asked this question. Hey, tell me, how the rains are formed and how they fall down. So, tape recorder cut started. The sun becomes very hot because of the heat of the sun. The oceanic waters are heated, they are evaporated, they go up in the sky. Then when they are traveling with the force of the air, they come across higher, they become cooler. and some obstacle come like the mountains, etc. And therefore, all those waters evaporated, they precipitate and they fall. This is how the rains come. I say, wow, you are too intelligent. But now question is, the water out of which the rains are formed, is that water sweet or salty? Of course, ocean salty. Then the rains should be also salty. Why the rains are not salty? Our teacher didn't tell us. See, friends, discover this. Water is not attached to any taste. Water is not attached to any color. Our tongue is not attached to any taste. Every taste it is tasted. Our mind is not attached to any thought. Good and bad thoughts come and go. Asanga Shastrena. And we are not attached even to our body. Childhood has come and gone. Did we feel bad about it? See? And when we sleep, what is sleep? No more attached to the body. That is called Nirankusha Trupti. Nothing in this world will have any freedom to disturb us under any situation. That is the ultimate in Vedanta according to the 7th chapter of Panchadashi. Oh God, अभी 8वां अध्याय है. See? One person asked, Swamiji, in your talk, why you have little light, sometimes jokes and all that? I said, the reason is, in the Katha, devotion, bhajan, kirtan, when the Kathakar sees that 70% are out of this world, so he cannot go and wake them up. Then he invokes Lord. Siyavara Rama. Kya ho gaya? Here also, that is my challenge, to talk to you and not allow you to sleep. See? Operating on the brain is easier. When they operate on the brain, they don't give anesthesia. It is easier. But to talk to the disturbed minds constantly and put the knowledge is the most difficult. Because the moment the mind becomes quieter, see, what I see from here, Vishwarup Darshan, you don't see from there. See? So, we will be studying Kutastha. Now in this Kutastha, the teacher will be talking to us with some examples. Do you have the text with you? If you don't have, never mind. Khaditya Deepite Kudde. Do this also. Then only your throat will be clear. It is not in that book. It is not in that book. Khaditya Deepite Kudde Darpanaditya Deeptivad Kutastha Vasito Deho Dhistha Jivena Bhasyate. Now here, our individuality is being analyzed, see, through some example. When we do not know these words, it becomes very funny to listen. Khaditya. Khaditya में खाते रहो. आदित्य को खा गए. Kha means space. Kham ke khani, kham ke khani. Kha is space. Kha Aditya, the sun which is hanging in a space. Deepite kudde. Kudde means wall. The wall which is illuminated by the sun from the sky. Then Darpana Aditya Deeptivat. Suppose that sunlight falls on a mirror. what will happen? There will be another light coming out. So there are two lights. Now these two lights we have to understand. See, right now here only. You don't have to go here and there. See? You are seeing me, hopefully. Now you are seeing me, or you are seeing the light reflected on me. If there is no light on me, I am in pitch darkness, will you be able to see me? So the light is reflected on me, and therefore what you are seeing is a reflected light. Now between the tube light and me, there is also light. See? Like between me and the tube light, there is light. But why can't we see? Then bring your hand. I can see. So there are two lights. One is reflected light. Second is nascent light. Nascent light cannot be seen. What we call sunlight is a wrong terminology. It is a daylight. It is not a sunlight. Sunlight cannot be seen. Deep into the sky, there is nothing to reflect upon, therefore it is dark. See? So we have to separate these two lights. Unseen light, and the second is reflected light. But naturally, where our attention goes to the reflected light. See? Where is this Bandara? 11:30, okay. So, about this, I conducted one experiment. There is a good friend of mine, he is a police officer, a rare police officer, very nice, extraordinary. Once he came and he said, Swamiji, this time I am unable to come for your satsang. I am extremely busy, so many problems. So, give me some homework till you come next year. It was evening, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I was in my room. I said, are you ready? Yes. I said, close the doors. Now, switch off the light. I said, now answer my question properly. Just don't say like a dumb person. When you switch off, and what can you see now? Anybody will say, darkness. I said, first mistake, darkness cannot be seen. I said, accepted mistake? Yes, yes. Then, second, now switch on the light. Now tell what are you seeing? He started enumerating the things. I said, go on. He said, this is all. I said, I am seeing something more. Now what are you seeing something more? I said, reflected light. Without reflected light, can you see the things? No, okay. So, two failures. Now, I am seeing something more also. No, Swamiji, you are taking me for a ride. No. I am seeing something more also. Now, what is that? I said, I am seeing electricity. Without electricity, can there be a reflected light on my face? Without a reflected light, can you see me? See? Because we cannot see electricity, does it mean that it doesn't exist? See, friends, unless we come to this subtlety in understanding our own experiences, we'll be only at a mechanical level, you know. Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samhita, Ayusa, Mamagavandava, Shaivaki, Bhaguru. I always get a very nice, funny feeling. When these people are chanting, They keep on rocking, I do not know why. So if you keep below them chilies, chutney will be ready. Cut, 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 cut. See? So, Khadityadipi Kudde, the wall which is illuminated by the sunlight, and Darpanaditya Deeptivat, and on the same wall which was illuminated by the sunlight, the another light from the reflected sun in the mirror, it goes and lands only again on the same wall. So, what will be the picture like? One wall illuminated by the general sunlight, original sunlight. The second light on the same light, a wall, will be from the reflected light from the mirror. Now, let us take few more mirrors. So, one wall with the common sunlight directly from the sky, and there are 4 or 5 spots of the reflected lights. This is the picture. Now, the question is, where there are 2 lights, one is common light, second is reflected light, where our attention will go? To the reflected light. Common light we will not even recognize. Now, this reflected light, it is covering the general light. Because without the general light, there cannot be reflection from the mirror. The reflected light is covering the original light. See, exactly the same way. I is the reflected light. See? And it is existing only because of the common light. In the same manner, I husband, I son, I father, these are reflected lights. I man is the original light. But the sun covers the man, the husband covers the man, the father covers the man. And who is miserable? It is the son is miserable because of the Hitler father. The husband is miserable because of the Mahakali. And the father is miserable because of the Rakshasa son. So what has happened? This man is covered by the reflected personalities where they do not exist, do not even can be seen. How simple it is, my friends, it's not difficult. We have to apply this knowledge subjectively. So whenever we are disturbed, you will see at the root of disturbance, there is some seed. Without the seed, a plant cannot grow. I was in Delhi, and where I was staying, my neighbor, they had a very good garden. And I recently moved in that place, so I thought I should also have a good garden. I knew nothing about it. So I cleaned that place, and then watching that fellow, what is doing water. So I used to water and all that. 10 days, 15 days, no plants coming. I said, what is wrong? I am doing the same thing. So one day I asked him, I said, hey, you are doing the same thing, nice plants come, why I am not getting? He said, what you have sown? I said, what is to be sown? He said, you are fit to be a Swami. Those who are good for nothing, they are fit to be a Swami. Then he said, unless you sow some seed, the plants cannot grow. Unless there is a seed of the father, the son, the husband, the samsara cannot grow. Land is the same. That man is the land. And there are the seeds. The son, the husband, the father. So what is to be done? Remove the seeds? No. Then only know. What is to be known? Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% Karnataka. So when you are in front of your elders, father, etc., pretend you are listening, don't argue, and then do whatever you have to do. Old people, you cannot tell them anything. They cannot understand. They go, 1857 में जब मैं पैदा हुआ था, who asked you यार? We don't understand that nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their future. But we have no future. See? How important it is. Then if you are dealing with your children, pretend that you are listening and do what you have to do. And if you are dealing with your wife, this is the Mahamantra. Do Mahamantra. See, Mahamantra is what? When she is talking, you should keep quiet. When she is quiet, you should not talk. See? Resolution passed. Now tell me, how can you say Vedanta, dry Vedanta? It gives the ultimate knowledge, man. We are not sending you to some temple or take a bath in Ganges and spoil it. No. See, we should be the source of happiness, not seeking happiness. Therefore, how do we know that we are on the right track? This is the only way. Do not get involved in this world beyond your capacity. Find out what is your capacity and protect yourself from yourself. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmana. Nobody can torture us so much as much we torture ourselves. When I get bored because of somebody, I can go away. But when I am bored because of me, जाऊं तो जाऊं कहाँ? When Guptaji went to one Kapoor's house early morning, Kapoor कहता, अरे गुप्ते सुबह सुबह क्या है? Why do you come so early morning? No यार, I was getting bored. Who came to bore you? Nobody came. I was alone, therefore I was feeling bored. You can imagine a person who gets bored by his own presence. What a solid bore he must be. It is something like a person snoring so loudly, because of his own snoring, his sleep gets disturbed. When such a patient goes to doctor, what doctor will do? Sleep in the other room. See, friends, life is like a cup of tea. You decide and accordingly be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.